Good Thursday morning, Northern Michigan. Steve Wade with the Grand Traverse Regional Community Foundation joins us this morning to break down what this foundation is all about and specifically how it's impacting Northern Michigan. Steve, it's always good to see you.
It's nice to be back.
I was going to say, familiar face back on the morning show with us.
I've been here a few times.
You have. Looking, though, at the Community Foundation, this organization has existed for decades, 100 years at least, specifically, though, in Northern Michigan for 25 years.
That's right. Community foundations were established. The first one was in Cleveland, Ohio,
okay,
about 100 years ago, and have popped up all over the country. And, we are far from being new because, like you said, we've been around since 1992. And, and so this is not a new concept. This is something that's tried and true, but it's something that still a lot of people don't know is at work in their community.
And so for someone, specifically a nonprofit or someone watching to say, okay, well, how does this benefit not just the Grand Traverse area? I mean, we're looking at Benzie County, Leelanau counties, the surrounding areas.
Right.
Why would they come to the Community Foundation or try to benefit from it? Well,
I think three words come to mind: local, giving, partner. The local part, as you mentioned, we are Antrim, Kalkaska, Leelanau, Benzie, and Grand Traverse counties. And so when people are sitting there, a lot of people are donating, year to year, giving to whatever causes. I know you're personally involved with a lot of charities in town.
Sure, right.
But what happens is they want to give, they might say, I want to do something long term. I want to have an impact. I want to give a portion of my estate, or I want to set up something that's going to create a grant, not just one time, but forever. And so that's where we come into the mix to help them, one, understand what their need is, and then help them set up a process by which they can have that lasting legacy. And
these legacy gifts, how would someone maybe go to the foundation and say, I'd like to try to get a legacy gift going, or this incoming fund?
A lot of times, people sometimes just walk in the door and say, I have some cash available, or I have some stock that I want to transfer, or something like that. But sometimes people say, I really can't establish a fund right now in my lifetime, but as a part of my estate plan, I want to give a portion of my estate. And we have people who will say, I want to take 1% of my estate. I want to take care of my children, I want to take care of other things, but I want to leave 1% behind for the community. Sometimes they'll identify a specific number, but these don't have to be huge gifts. I think a lot of times people think foundations and they think Rockefellers and Kellogg's and that kind of stuff. And you could have a lasting impact on an organization, very easily. And so some people will say, I'm going to leave a life insurance policy or a portion of a life insurance policy behind to be able to do the kind of good that I want to see in our community.
And say, for instance, someone wants to come in and they want to start a legacy gift for the American Heart Association.
Sure.
They would come there and say, okay, here's what I want. I want this to go to that. It would include grants, scholarships that would be associated with that?
It could be a grant to the organization. Sometimes it's scholarships. What we say is we are where a donor's wish lives forever. And it doesn't have to fit in a box. A donor can come to us and say, I have a concept. I have an idea of how I want to strengthen the community. It could be in arts, it could be in environment, it could be in health and human services, it could be anything. As long as it's charitable, then we can help them think through how to do that. Scholarships to help young people study in a field, it could be a field of interest, or it could be to support a particular agency or cause.
Very interesting. So you can make it personal, which is great.
And that's the intent.
Steve, thank you so much. Always good to see you. Steve Wade with the Grand Traverse Regional Community Foundation. We will post a direct contact to the foundation if you would like more information on our website. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.